Henry Cejudo has rejected the idea that he's stepping into boxing simply to chase money. On Wednesday, Misfits Boxing revealed that the former two-division UFC champion will make his boxing debut against influencer boxer Dean the Great on September 26th at the James L. Knight Center in Miami. The unexpected matchup caused many fans to believe the fight could be nothing more than a money-making opportunity for Cejudo. However, during a recent episode of his podcast, Cejudo pushed back on that narrative and revealed that he actually has experience in amateur boxing.
I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for the love of the game, Kumar.
Really now?
No, but I boxed amateur, bro. I was actually, I was undefeated.
I know you did.
I boxed amateur, so I'm looking to get in there. So I've been training for the last, I've been training for not just for Marab.
2 weeks?
No. I've been training since my fight with Marab. I've been in the boxing gym and I got the call to wrestle him again while I was in boxing camp, and then I'm doing fucking both. I think it's good for me, Conor. The biggest thing with me is I have to compete, Conor.
For the first time since entering the UFC, Aljamain Sterling has admitted that he chose to reject a fight offer. Sterling's most recent appearance came in April 2026 when he earned a unanimous decision victory over Yusuf Zal. Since that bout, the former UFC bantamweight champion has not been scheduled for another matchup. However, Sterling recently revealed through his YouTube channel that he was offered a fight against an opponent ranked outside the top 10, but ultimately decided not to accept it. Sterling went on to explain the reason behind his decision to turn down the matchup.
This is the first fight I ever turned down in my UFC career. I was offered a fight that was outside of the top 10, and I felt like it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I am ranked 4th in the world right now. I am 37. I only got one more shot at this, and I want to make sure it's the best shot that I get, and if I'm going to risk it, I want to make sure I'm risking it for something that makes sense. For me to lose to someone not even in the top 10, like rolling the dice, and some people could say, oh, you can't think like that. Like, dude, you got to look at the positives and the negatives. If I were to win, where does that get me? Probably nowhere. I'm in the same exact position. I'm just fighting for a paycheck. But if I were to lose, puts me down a heck of a lot more spots than I probably should be. I think my days of just taking random fights kind of past me at this point. I'm fighting for legacy. I'm fighting for history.
Neo Fazil has found himself surrounded by controversy after falling short of securing a UFC contract. Following a knockout defeat against Kaique Brito on Dana White's Contender Series, Fazil alleged that an incident during his weight cut negatively impacted his performance. Fazil claimed that while cutting weight in his hotel room, around 15 Chechens confronted him, with some reportedly being members of Hamzat Chimaev's team. The confrontation was allegedly connected to remarks Fazil had previously made about Chechnya before facing Chechen fighter Yakub Suleimanov last year. But now another accusation involving Fazil has surfaced, as UFC middleweight Robert Valentine alleges that Fazil attacked him in Thailand back in 2023. Valentine says the confrontation included an attempt by Fazil to choke him. He claims he was able to get Fazil off him, which resulted in a vase being smashed during the struggle. The alleged incident reportedly occurred inside a cafe belonging to the mother of Fazil's former girlfriend, who allegedly warned Valentine that she would contact the authorities. The situation then reportedly became more serious when Fazil picked up a knife and chased after Valentine. Even afterward, Valentine claims Fazil continued telling people that he had choked out the Swiss fighter. Here is a brief video reportedly showing the alleged incident.
I stabbed you. I fucking stabbed you.
All right, guys, it's time for story time. So, Namo Fasil complaining about getting attacked in a hotel. And that's the same guy that, okay, actually 2 stories. Because this motherfucker attacked me too. But that went backwards. Phuket, 2023 probably. One of his friends told me that he's gonna slap me in the face. So I got up and beer hogged him and pushed him away. Namu came out of the cafe, jumped on my back, tried to choke me. I threw him over. He fell. We broke a vase. Then his back then girlfriend's mother, who owned the shop, told me to f*** off, or they called the police. All right, nothing happened. All right, I went away. Then later he kept telling, I think it was my manager back then, told him that he choked me out. And then, all right, we're coming back to complaining about being attacked. It's the same guy that, okay, watch my next story, did this to harmless people, non-fighters, people that have nothing to do with fighters. Watch my next story, okay? So, I mean, to each what they deserve. You know, karma comes back at one time. Being loud and talking all that trash, yeah, might sell some seats, might get you recognized, but the internet never forgets, my friend. So I would not complain about being attacked. That's what you do. How you act is what you trigger as a reaction, okay? And yeah, I just say what I say, and you see for yourself and you judge for yourself. So yeah, I'll leave it like that. See you guys.
He explained, "There hasn't really been much back and forth between us. Lee has been trying to get me to meet him down the banks for quite some time, and he also wanted to fight me in bare knuckle. I believe he lost his last fight, so I don't think he was with BKFC anymore. He was looking for a fight with me, just like I do when I chase certain opponents. I told him that we could make it happen this way, but he wasn't going to get an immediate fight with me because we're not on the same path, just like I wasn't on the same path as Yoel Romero years ago, which is why we never fought. I suggested that he come to Gorilla, where we could create a little drama and generate some attention. We caused a bit of a scene inside, and I told him we'd have some back and forth both inside and outside, build some hype, and go from there. He agreed to the idea. So I think what we did inside Gorilla, as you can see from the videos, and then outside as well, worked perfectly. I gave him a couple of light slaps, and I can't fully remember what happened inside Gorilla because we were arguing and he threw something. I think it was a bottle of water that just caught me. Then outside, I gave him another little slap. I think we've accomplished what we wanted. We're going to put him on Gorilla and get him 2 good fights there. If he gets through those without any issues, then that sets up a showdown. It probably won't happen by the end of this year, but it's something we could potentially make happen. I feel like the plan has worked. Everything I seem to touch right now is turning to gold, and everything is going really well."
And it's just crazy, you know, for that dude to be talking about how it was slippery because of the dry ice, whatever. I don't know what he's talking about because I didn't fall. And him talking about this generational beating, dude is delusional because to me he felt slow in there. He felt slow. He looked old. If there was going to be a generational beating, it wasn't going to be on his end. I'll tell you that much. It wasn't going to be coming from his side. Had the man weaken the knees from the beginning,